impossible. This channel's just to explore. Come on in and enjoy your ride. Bring your appetite. It's Mike and Lyrics Food Porn. Okay guys, so I'm getting ready to start putting together my filling for my sweet potato pies. So what I have here is, I'm making 2 pies, so the measurements that I'm giving, I'm going to give the measurements to make 1 pie, but I'm actually going to give you the measurements that I made to make 2 pies, so this is going to be cut in half. So this is 1 full teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. I have 1 full teaspoon of cinnamon. I have 2 sticks of butter. I'm going to be putting in 2 cups of sugar and 1 cup of lightly brown sugar. I also have a little bit of lemon extract. You can use any kind of extract that you would like. This is just pure lemon extract. I put a dash of that once I taste for seasoning, because I like that the taste it gives it. This is just regular vanilla extract. So, of course, you can use any type of flavorings that you like. Some people also add a pinch of salt. Now I have extra butter here because once I start mixing, I like to make sure that my my filling is really rich and smooth. That makes for a better pie. So, of course, I already baked my sweet potatoes, and as you can see, once they bake, the crust here, it peels right off pretty easily. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just peeling off this crust here to it and adding it to my mixing bowl. And I just want to make sure that I'm taking off all of those dark areas. And this is the reason why you make sure that when you're cooking it, that you pull it over. Turn it over just to make sure that it's cooking all the way through evenly on each side. So you see how easy that shell came off. So just going to take off the rest of these, and then we'll get, of course, I've cleaned my hands, guys, so before I started filming and touching the food, I already cleaned my hands several times today. So I'm just going to do this, and then I'll let you know what happens when we get over to the mixing bowl. Be right back. Okay, guys, so of course you may have some other type of tool that you use to mash. This just helps to make sure that they're cooked all the way through, and they're going to be easy to blend once I start my blender. This is just a tool that I like to use when I make my sweet potatoes. They're pretty thick, so just to make sure that I get them incorporated all through and through, this is a pretty easy tool to use. And these aren't hot anymore. I've let them cool down before I start mixing. And the nice thing about sweet potato pie, you can make this mix as early as you want. You can freeze it, and it makes good pies later. So if you're planning on, doing a lot of cooking and you don't want to be in the kitchen all day, this is something that you can prepare earlier, and then once you're ready to bake it, you can just thaw it out and put it into the oven. Okay, so I've done that. So I have them mashed. And they're pretty well mashed in. So they're going to be pretty easy for it to blend. So now I am going to add my ingredients and start mixing. And you want to make sure that when you're in the mixing process that you're mixing pretty generously. That's going to give you a smoother pie. Now some people, they like a chunkier pie. I'm not one of those people. I like my pie to be smooth. I like it to be flavorful, smooth, and bright orange. So I don't like the brown pies, and I don't like it to be chunky in the center. I'll show you a little more about, you see these little grains that are in there? That's why it's important while you're mixing. I'll show you how you can take those out to make sure that you're not going to have a really strainy sweet potato pie. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can kind of see it, well, you can kind of see it right there. You see that right there on the, right there. Of course, you're not going to go in and pick out all those strings, but the good thing about the mixer is once you start mixing, it removes a lot of it for you. Alright, so I'm going to get my mixer in, and I'm going to start adding my ingredients. Okay guys, so I have my yams here already mashed. And the next thing I'm going to do is start incorporating my wet ingredients. So I have the egg. I'm going to put half of that, and I like to put it in the center. So you can see I just put half. It's 4 eggs in there. There's 2 sticks of butter here. Again, I'm making 2 pies. So I like to incorporate my eggs and then half of my butter. Okay. And okay guys, so I've cleaned off my utensils, and I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. So I have my brown sugar I'm adding in here, along with my cinnamon and nutmeg. And I will blend that together well. And I'm just breaking that up because I don't want any chunks in it. my milk in. So what I just did is I added the little dab of vanilla extract that I had in the mold here. So I just added the teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I'm going to also add a dash of this lemon extract. Can you see? It's just nothing special, just lemon extract. And again, you can omit this if you don't want your pie to have that strong taste, but I only use a dash. So when I say a dash, I really mean a dash because this stuff is strong. So that's it, 1 drop. And guys, I can smell it already. It smells amazing. I have it sweetened to the taste that I want, and now my extracts in there is going to give it that final flavor. Take my clean spoon, give a final taste, and I'm gonna get these edges cleaned in. Delicious. I'm gonna get these edges moved down, give it a final mix. That is the consistency that I was looking for. As you can see, guys. Really smooth. And I have the deep dish pies, so this mix would be probably 4 pies if you had those small pies, but I have the deep dish pie crust. So I'm going to give this one final mix, and then we'll preheat the oven while I clean up my space. I'll put it in the oven, and then we'll give this a try. Alright, guys. Okay, so I have 2 of the deep dish pie crust. This is Pillsbury's deep dish. Like I said, this mixture would be too much if you were to make those thin pies. May even be enough for another pie, so if it is, I'll use the additional filling to make a 3rd pie. Mike will eat the pie by himself, but this is the pie shell, so I'm just gonna prep these, get these ready. And again, I have my oven is preheating. Now my oven tells me what temperature it's at. Right now it's at 256. We set it at 325. So once it gets to 325, the pies will be ready to put in the oven. In the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and get this filling in the pies, and we will see how that goes. When I get it to the top, I just smooth it out like that, making sure that it goes all along the edges. You want to make sure that it's pretty filled, because you don't want a bunch of space at the top of the pie where there could have been filling. Right? So let's check the oven. The oven is now at 325, as you can see. So it's ready for the pies. I'm just going to insert the pies into the oven on the 2nd rack. That goes there. So they're both in. Oven's at 325, and this is going to cook for... Okay guys, so it has been another 20 minutes. And we're going to check the pies, and I see they're getting pretty golden around the crusted area. And as you can see, this spoon did come out clean that time. And so did that one. So they're done. So of course they're done. I'm going to take them out. Not that you guys need to be told how to take a pie out, but apparently I do. We're just gonna pretend like that's not there. But they're gonna be delicious. I'm gonna let them cool, and then I'm gonna take a bite. So I will be right back.